For the sake of this video, I'll use the 4-string fretted bass. Now let's take a closer look at a typical 4-string bass so you can learn the names and functions of all the parts. Starting at the top of the bass, this area is called the headstock. It's where the tuning keys are located. These keys are used to tighten and loosen the strings to keep your bass in tune. Between the headstock and the neck is the nut. The nut is used to keep the strings evenly spaced apart. Speaking of the strings, this is a good time to know the names and numbers for each string. This is the first string, which is also known as the G string because that is the note that it's tuned to. Next to it, you'll find the second string, which is called the D string. Next, we come to the third string, known as the A string. And lastly, we come to the fourth string, which is called the E string. On the fingerboard, these metal lines are called the frets, and they are also numbered. The fret closest to the headstock is the first fret, and the numbers get progressively higher as the frets get closer to the body. There are also markers on the fingerboard and the side of the neck that help you visually keep track of where you are. As we follow the strings down to the body, we see the pickups. The pickups act as microphones that transmit what you play to your amp. Also on the body is the bridge. On the bridge there are individual saddles that hold each string in place. The bridge and saddles also help to keep the strings equally spaced apart. Below the bridge, you find knobs that will control the tone and volume of your bass. If you can't figure out what your knobs do, go back to the store where you bought your bass and have somebody explain them to you. Lastly, we have the input jack. This is where you plug your cord in. Take some time to quickly memorize the names and functions of each of these parts. It will really help you out in the long run.